Hello everybody, welcome to the Hermit's Moon. My name is Renee. We are drawing cards every day to determine where our focus needs to be, how we need to get there, and how to cultivate the life of our dreams. It's all about peace and happiness. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you. But if you are new, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Give this channel a try. I'd love to have you be a part of our community. And also give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment for me so I can get to know you. Let's get started with our reading. Okay, if you're new here, the first card I always pull is from this deck. And that's where I ask, where does our focus need to be today? We have another bird card, which has been showing up a lot lately for us. It's Hawk Spirit. Let Spirit be your guide. I feel like God is telling us through these cards, and you're going to see them in a minute, that she is really trying to pull us in and develop a closer relationship. It's time for us to evolve. If you are someone, I'm a Pisces rising, and if you have Pisces in your chart, spirituality is something that is very, very key. Well, first of all, we have every sign in our chart, but I'm talking about the big three, sun, moon, rising. Spirituality is a very big part of who we are. And I know from the time I was a little girl, it was always important to me to talk to God, to have relationship. But it's time to go deep. It's time to really have relationship. You know, we say prayers a lot. All of us do, even if you're not that spiritual. You might be saying a prayer every day. But how strong is your intention? How strong is your desire to have true relationship? And that's what we're talking about today. Let Spirit be your guide. The universe has your back. God is always with us. All right, let's go deeper. Let's figure out these cards. We have some gorgeous tarot cards. I'm back using my Spirit Within deck. It's probably one of my all-time favorite decks. There's just something about the dark images that hit with me, and I get my messages very, very clearly with this deck. I love that they're all upright. I'm going to show you right off the bat, we have two major arcana cards, and what do I always tell you guys when the majors show up in the deck? If you don't know, the tarot deck is divided into two arcanas or arcanas, majors and minors. The minors are about the everyday instances that happen for us, but the majors are about the big life moments, the big life lessons too. So when you're seeing majors in a reading, really pay attention. And I feel like that's what's coming up for us today. But let's get started. All right, the High Priestess. This is the card of intuition and following it, listening to your gut. And I always say, well, I feel like letting Spirit be your guide, listening to God, doesn't it seem like that we really have to tap into our inner voice, and we have to quiet ourselves, be still, and really tune in. I'm going to call it psychically to the other side, to God. You know, how many times do we get that feeling of just knowing that God is trying to tell us something? Clairsentience is probably my biggest gift, and that is about a knowing or a feeling. You know, there's also clairvoyant, clairaudient. I don't know. But clairsentience has always been what I feel like is my strongest gift. And this is telling us today, listen to those psychic hits that you get when you get that feeling in your stomach where you feel like something, like God's trying to tell you something really important is going on. Don't ignore it. You can trust your intuition today. And remember that throughout your day anyway, as you're going throughout your day. Not just about in relationship with God, but about when you're going to work, when you're going to school, when you're having, a conversation, when you're going to the store, anything. Just remember that you can trust your intuition. It's going to be very powerful today. Let me check and see what sign the moon is in. Today is the 10th. Sign, okay, the moon is in Leo. I was just wondering if it was in a water sign, because I know for me personally, that's when I feel like my intuition is, you know, really on point. Leo is a fire sign, but so that was just me checking. Ignore that part, I guess. It might be important to you. Maybe that's that'll be a sign for someone, because I don't normally do that in my readings, but I felt called to. Excuse me. Okay, trust your intuition today. Okay, let's move on. We have the Three of Swords. This is the card of heartbreak. Maybe you're dealing with a loss, a breakup, an estrangement, sadness. Maybe you didn't get something that you really had your heart set on. It's important to not squash these feelings. It's so hard to sit with heartache and heartbreak and really just work through it, but it's so important to do that. That is how we heal. So really pay attention to what you need to heal today. It's important on your spiritual path. Let Spirit be your guide. Talk to God about it. Pray about it. Talk to the other side. Talk to your spiritual team, your guides, guardians, ancestors, angels, your higher power. It's important for you to check in spiritually today, because that's what our focus point is. And it's going to help you get over this heartache. Once again, y'all, now listen, the world, if you don't believe me, you go look back at some of these readings. You don't have to go very far into my videos to see what the cards are. The world has shown up a lot. Reversed, upright, and the world is about a lesson, mastering it, a chapter coming to an end so that you can start a new one. So I feel like here we are going to close the book on this heartache. We're going to focus on our healing. We're going to focus on moving forward, and moving forward with God as our guide, and acknowledging that our higher power, and knowing that we are not in this alone. What a beautiful thought that is, a beautiful message, because some of us are really feeling hopeless, especially when the Three of Swords shows up. We have a heartache about something that we don't know how to process. And I feel like the cards today are telling us, come to me, come to Spirit, and work through this with me. And I mean, me, when I say me, I'm meaning God, not Renee. All right, let's look at our T cards. Mice. Discord among family or friends or family. Trust me, I know all about this. It's something I don't talk about, and it's part of my private life, but there is discord and estrangement and sadness in my family relationships. So for me personally, yes, this Three of Swords card is absolutely referring to mice. And nothing hurts us more than when family hurts, than when we have a parting of the ways with a friendship or a loved one. And that's a lot to process. That's a lot to work through, because that is great loss. And God is telling us today, let me be your guide through this. Let's close the hurt in this. There is happiness waiting for you on the other side. We can't control anybody in this life but ourselves. So we have to learn how to be happy with ourselves, how to trust God, and move forward and away from heartache when it happens, because nobody has a perfect life. It's going to show up in every lifetime, every life. Happiness. Okay, you have happiness waiting for you. I know it may not feel like it when you get cards like this showing up. It doesn't feel like happiness is there, but it is. You know, my sister experienced a great loss. Her husband passed at a young age. And I remember on the first anniversary without him, she posted a beautiful tribute to him. And one of her quotes from that was, she said, was there happiness today? No, but there was happiness in it. Happiness, we have to cultivate it sometimes, and we have to search for it, and we have to make it a priority. Sometimes you do have to force it. When we're going through a lot of stuff, sometimes we have to force ourselves to be positive. That's why a gratitude journal is so very important. One of my spiritual practices is before I get out of bed, I think of at least 3 things to be grateful for, to try to turn whatever mindset I'm in, turn it around. Sometimes we wake up in a great mood and we're happy, and sometimes we don't. We all know that. But today we are going to focus on the things that make us happy. And I feel like God is telling you, hey, I'm over here. There's joy in me. Look for it. Talk to me. We'll get through this together. And our last card is Torch. Spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. Okay. Hello, High Priestess. Hello there. Yes. You are telling us this spiritual development is available. We all have it within us to have connection with the divine. Spiritual enlightenment. I just spent a wonderful week with some friends that came down to, I live in Alabama, some friends visited us from Ohio. This was one of my husband's best friends, and I didn't really know his wife very well. I'd met her a few times, but I didn't know her very well. It was amazing to me how much we clicked, how we are both on a spiritual path. And she has really gone way deeper than I felt like I had. She truly inspired me to get busy and grow and in my spirituality. And I really feel like that is showing up here in these cards. It was a reflection because I just, they left yesterday, and I just feel like I walked away blessed that I made a new friend who gets me, who understands me, because not everybody is on, not everybody is into spirituality and a relationship with God and growth. And so when you meet another person who is, it just really can blow you away sometimes. We had so much in common. The way we look at the world, the way we look at the tragedies, the heartaches in our lives. It was just so refreshing and so wonderful and so inspiring. So I really felt blessed in meeting this new sister. So I encourage y'all today to tell God to invite relationships into your life that are going to help you grow spiritually. Get some good books. Go to church if that's something you want to do. Just start on the spiritual path somewhere, and just start by meditating, praying, giving the heartache to God. But just starting today, and it's going to be a big theme for today. So pay attention to how God shows up in your life and how this message will resonate with you. If you're hearing this message at the end of the day, kind of think back and think, okay, what in this reading showed up for me in my daily life today? So interesting. This is a long one, guys. I don't normally make them this long. But it's Monday as that I'm filming this, June 10th. Divine timing is everything. You will see it when you are meant to see it. But I hope you all have a beautiful day. Like I said, if you've made it this far, thank you. Hit the like button. And like I said, if you're not already a subscriber, I hope you decide to join my channel. I'm sending you joy, love, health, and wealth. Sending you love. Bye-bye.